Welcome to Grapes and Debates, a podcast where we'll uncork some incredible wine and debate varietals of issues within the restaurant industry, one glass at a time. Complex, yet delicate to be sure.
Oh, good.
We're live now.
Live.
All right.
Right. Let the camera
Cheers,
see it
guys.
all.
Cheers.
Right on.
Cheers. Here we go.
Here we go. All right.
Cheers.
Grapes and Debates.
Grapes and Debates. SoNapa Grille presents Grapes and Debates. My name's Adam Barringer, and I am the founder of SoNapa Grille. I am here with my business partners, Chris Botting.
Hello, everybody.
Joe Bates. And we have our special guest, Charley Barley.
Woo!
Charley. That ain't no lie.
That ain't no lie. It's true.
All right, SoNapa Grille, our mission statement, guys, as you know, is to delight our guests and create lasting memories by transporting them to the heart of wine country through a dining experience showcasing wines from Sonoma County, Napa Valley, complemented with a chef-inspired cuisine served in a warm, inviting atmosphere. And part of what we do to further showcase the wines from Sonoma County and Napa Valley is this podcast. And we're going to start out every podcast with a bottle of wine. We'll talk about the wines, and then, in this case, two. And
it's the fourth podcast. Is it the fourth podcast? Fourth podcast?
This is
third. Well, we're
It's
just going to
third.
go with the
Number
five.
two. Okay.
Plus
Okay.
one. It's the
Okay.
fourth.
Okay.
So we're going 4 bottles.
Okay.
Okay.
So, having said that, we're going to start out and we're going to sample Roth wines. We're going to talk about it. We've been to the winery. And then from there, we're going to debate a subject that is becoming more, I think, controversial for the restaurant industry, and that is service charges. But before we get into that, let's get lubricated. And the wine that we have is Roth. And so again, on the label, this is the winery Roth, 2021. That's the year the grapes were harvested. It says Cabernet Sauvignon. So that means that 75% of the grapes in this bottle are Cab, and Alexander Valley, which is a sub AVA. AVA is American Viticultural
Area.
The American Viticultural Area, and that is controlled by the TTB, which is the Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms Trade Bureau.
Yeah.
Oh, and let me throw it.
Firearms
Alcohol,
together.
Tobacco, Tax Trade Bureau.
Oh,
So okay,
alcohol
anyway,
and
TTB.
alcohol.
And so what an AVA, it doesn't do anything more than really just distinguishes a geographical area. And so
1984
in
for
this
Alexander
place,
Valley.
1984.
Yeah, so they've been around 40 years.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. So
Cheers. Cheers to
cheers.
that. Cheers to
First
that.
of all,
Okay.
yeah, we got all that out. A little bit of knowledge.
Little nugget.
So, Chris, we've been through Alexander Valley. I think there are some pretty iconic wineries there. I know Rodney Strong is there. Jay is there. It's a couple more, but
Chalk Hill.
well, Chalk Hill's in Chalk Hill
Well, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Gotcha. We're talking about the AVA.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought
Right.
we were talking about the.
with the location.
Gotcha.
Yes.
The
Well, this is where they got the
sub-AVA.
grapes. Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, let's talk about the winery.
All right, let's do it.
So, if you haven't been, let me paint the picture for you folks today.
Please.
So we are at Roth. You walk up to a mountain, and in the side of this mountain is a glass enclosure. You open the glass door, and right in front of you, it's about 50 to 60 feet of hallway lined with this smooth rock, lined with these backlit wine barrels. You're walking 40, 50 feet. You get up on the left-hand side. You have a private wine cave. And all of these rooms are done in this Gothic cathedral style with these beautiful chandeliers. And again, on the left, you have a private wine cave with the Foley family portfolio of wines, a large table, maybe 8 to 10 chairs where they have private tastings. And then on the right, they have another private cave, some more chairs, a lovely couch, and more delicious wines in that cave.
Yeah.
At the very end, you have a beautiful bar where there's where you have all your tastings. So if you're doing the tour, you go back to this bar and you start sampling all of these delicious, mostly Roth, but they also pour other Foley family wines from their portfolio there as well. So that it's a stunning cave, and all while you're there, it's 2 stories underground and perpetually 60 degrees throughout the year. So it holds all of these wines perfectly. So it's nice to walk out from underneath that California sun and then walk into this beautiful cave where it's nice and cool, and you get to drink really, really good wines.
Yeah. And so before we get into the tasting notes, Joe, I just want to say the reason Charley Barley is here, this picture,
What year was that?
this adorns the walls in our restaurants.
It does.
And it was just, look how intense. This is your average, everyday dude drinking wine. He was thinking something so
I don't think
intense.
you're average, bro.
Or every day.
Or every day. I'm just saying.
I am the people's champ.
Yes,
baby, okay?
you are the Dusty Rhodes of wine drinkers.
Absolutely, 100%.
I don't know. You could be the Ric Flair.
I could be.
Yeah.
It depends on
But
what
I mean,
wine I'm drinking.
look at that picture, dude. I
That's a
mean,
classic.
that's you in Roth.
That's at Roth.
Just
in
that's
the
at
caves, right?
Roth in the
Pontificate.
cave.
Pontificate.
He's thinking
Yeah.
about, God dang, this wine is so damn good.
Well,
And I just had 6 Miller Lights before that. I mean,
It's
so
not true.
it's
It's not true.
7.
No.
It was
Okay.
7.
But that's why Charley Barley is on this podcast, because we went out to Napa with Charlie, and man, that picture is just, I just think it's iconic.
Well, I appreciate it.
You look a lot younger there.
I look a lot bloated there. And thanks to these guys, my friends, they keep me that way because it's important. It's good. It's good for my skin.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's nice, and it's a privilege to be up in the restaurant. I think it's great. We had such a wonderful experience. Roth, unbelievable. What an experience. Never forget it. We had so much fun, and I am thinking, which is not normal for me. So once again, to drink the wine is to become divine. You know what I'm saying? From the vine. It's a beautiful thing.
That's
I
awesome.
highly recommend Roth.
Joe,
That's
I mean,
awesome.
just give us,
Yes.
so real
Yeah,
quick.
without going into
It's okay. So
detail.
Roth, it's on our menu.
It is.
We have it by the glass as one of our cabs by the glass. And I think it truly represents Sonoma County by the glass. We also have it by the bottle. First of all, what are some tasting notes that you get from it? And then what would you pair on our menu?
So even before I get into the tasting notes, just Roth, I've had a chance to go to twice now with the SoNapa group. Such a cool space, and that you described the caves perfectly. Their motto is bold and unapologetic. So big Cabernets, great Chardonnays, Sauvignon Blancs, relatively new winery. 2001 they were founded, and then 2010 bought up by the Foley family wine group. So the wine we're drinking today is 91% Cabernet. So a big Cabernet, must have been a good year for it. As far as tasting notes, big, deep red ruby color I get from it. I'm getting some hints of just dark fruit, little blackberry, little blueberry. Not tannins that knock your socks off,
No,
but just
soft
kind of
tannins.
Not too much grip.
softly struck tannins. Yeah, not too grippy.
No,
right?
no.
I love that. I'll take that. As far as pairing, I love this with something because of the tannins. I need a little fat content. So I love our lamb chops with this.
Oh, yes.
I love, you know what? If you just want to go every day and go on a random Wednesday and pair our great meatloaf with this. Yeah, right? It's
Double
got that
gravy.
fat, yeah,
Double gravy.
Double gravy. And I agree with
That's
you on
why
that.
you and I
You're
look
talking
like
about
we
the filet,
do.
and I agree.
Because
But
it's double
the
gravy.
meatloaf and now
So-
the double gravy.
The sauce is boss.
I
Yeah.
think the meatloaf
Yeah.
also speaks to this wine. It's an everyday drinker for me.
Yeah.
You know,
Agreed.
so I could pop this bottle anytime,
Yeah.
any day.
And again, the
yeah.
wines from the AVA is Alexander Valley. I think you get some cool influences from the Russian River, coming from the Pacific
Runs
Ocean,
right to the
but
center.
it's warm during the days, and the what do they say, alluvial soil. It drains well. It's just perfect climate for cabs. So
Yeah, I'm looking forward
Roth.
to the next finish. So they just got a brand new winemaker there, and I wrote it down. Henry DeLambert, but he was all part of Trinchero,
okay.
which I think you guys have
Yep.
visited
We have.
in the past.
Yep.
But he was also just last year a part of Prevail,
Okay.
which we went to.
Okay.
And,
Yes.
And so Prevail's part of the Foley family.
Yep.
Yep.
With
So he was
yeah.
an assistant winemaker at Prevail and just got lead
Okay.
winemaker at
Great.
Roth.
And by the way,
looking forward to his.
92 points in the Wine Spectator. It's an awesome
Well
bottle.
deserved. Well
Yeah.
deserved 92 points.
Yeah, love it.
All right, guys. So the grapes part of this is in the books. Well, we're not finished.
I hope not.
But I think it was
We have another
a
bottle
good
in front of us.
summation.
Not finished.
And
Just begin.
here's what we want to talk about as service charges. And I've been approached by several people asking what I thought about charging for credit card fees. And for me, it doesn't resonate well. And I figured this would be really in, Charley, as one of our top customers and a really great friend, could kind of give us his feedback. First of all, the credit card companies have been charging fees. We all know that.
Since day one.
Since day one.
Yep.
That really hasn't changed. Maybe the amount of money that people spend on credit cards has certainly changed. More people are paying with credit cards. But what has changed is the fact that inflation has caused our cost of goods to go up, and it's making it more difficult to become profitable. And when you talk about profitability in the restaurant industry, the national statistic is 4%. So I see a lot of operators that think that they can charge credit card fees really to overcompensate for inflation. And then the next thing, in the state of Florida, the voters approved increase in minimum wage to $15. And we cannot hire anybody for $15 in the kitchen. No. We have to way more than that. But
those days are gone.
Those days are gone. But in the front of the house, your tipped employees who back in the day were making $2.12 an hour, $2.13 plus tips. Yeah. Last year they were at $7, but as the minimum wage goes up, now they're at $8. Mm-hmm. So that took place September 30th. So what that equates to is a 17% increase in your front of house labor. So you take the 17% increase in your front of house labor and the increase in inflation with your cost of goods, not to mention insurance and everything else that's going up. And I just think that charging 3% to try and cover that is the wrong way to go. What do you say?
I agree. I don't like it hitting by fees. I'd rather you just put it in the price, right? Because I don't like looking at a receipt thinking I'm paying one thing and then paying another, even if it's a 3% or a reasonable fee or something like that. It's not the point to me. It's like, if you want to charge me, this is a special night out. This is a special place. I'm here for not only the food and the wine, but the experience with the incredible staff there. And I don't want to be looking at the receipt. I want to pay my bill. I want to tip my server well, your server well, and have an incredible, enjoy the experience, and not be going, well, they threw this 3% on and getting mad over an extra $1.50.
Well, you're getting a nickel, and you feel like you're getting a nickel.
You feel
and dime.
right. I don't think an establishment should have that.
Right
now. This is a dangerous question for me, right? So I could tell you that I just had lunch at a place in Melbourne on my way up, and I thought the menu was very interesting. Okay. They had two prices on their menu. They had a credit card price and they had a cash price.
Oh, like a gas station.
Like a gas station.
Oh, and I was like, well, this is very interesting because you know me and you shouldn't have given me wine because I actually do think about stuff like this. And I do think about social engineering. And I'm going, well, you know what? I am a little freaked out about the cashless society. I am a little freaked out how they can control that.
Here we go. That's why he's on the podcast. Right. And conspiracy theories.
And how can we fight against something like this? And I forget to have cash. Yeah. I get caught up in the points game, right?
You're allowed to have cash?
Yeah, no, apparently maybe not. But what a way to have a reminder to say, hey, if you want to pay in cash and you don't want to pay this 3% and you care about this. Some people don't care, and that's fine. But let's say I do. Let's say I stop by and I get cash every Friday and I'm going to Napa and I'm going to have a good time. All right. Maybe I want to tip my server in cash. Maybe I want to pay my bill in cash. And I'm just saying it's nice to have a choice. Right. I don't know where I'm going with this, but I thought that it was extremely interesting that we're getting to the point where there's going to be such a difference because the average cost of the ticket's gone up. And even though it's done by percentage, the amount's gone up.
Well, Charlie, even that restaurant you went to gave you a choice.
They gave me a choice.
If you choose this option, you're going to pay more for it.
That's right.
So what do you think? I mean, what do you think about that? So what do you think?
I just love having choices. Isn't that what America is all about?
At least they gave you an option. They didn't wait till the end of the meal to hit you with, okay, now you're going to get hit with a 3% or 3.2%. whatever that extra fee is.
Right.
Let me know ahead of time before I get charged.
And I feel that it's tough for you
if you're
guys.
going to do it.
Right.
You know, because we're talking about all the costs. I mean, the restaurant business is incredibly tough. And I just value being able to go to SoNapa. That maybe you have to redo the menus. What's that cost? I mean, this is a never-ending thing, food costs and all this stuff. But as a consumer, I love having choices. I like being able to pay cash. I think that it's gotten out of control with the credit card stuff. But if you're going to do it that way, I would prefer that you have one price with everything baked in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, most of our vendors are charging 2%, 3%, 4% if we
On
pay
a certain,
with a credit card. So I mean, they're doing it. I don't know, for a restaurateur to do it, it seems like now they can pass the blame on. Well, it's not me.
Right.
That line, everything else is us, but that line right there on your bill, that's not us. That's the big dirty credit card companies.
Right.
And we've got to pay them because they charge us this. But again, I'm with you.
I think
They-
it's part of the cost.
Build
of
it
doing
into the
business.
cost. I don't want to see
I think
it
it's
on my bill.
I don't want to see it.
I don't want to see it.
I can see in some places where
Bake
it's
it in.
easier.
Bake it in.
I would, even if then I'm arguing the other point that I like the choice. In your circumstance, I'd rather not worry about it because I just think it's too much. Listen, you guys have an incredible menu, and that doesn't include the specials every night that you redo. I mean, to start baking this in and do the homework on the map, forget it. To save me the $1.50, I appreciate the choice. I'll just bring my I'll just tip in cash. No, I won't, Iris. I swear, I won't. I would never think of my servers that way, ever. That what a terrible thing. What a terrible thing. Yes.
Okay.
Shall we?
So
Service charge bad.
So I think
Are we
that's
consensus?
ultimately.
Yeah, service charge is
Yeah.
bad.
Service
It's not
charge
good.
But Joe, I mean, seriously,
Bake it
you
into
know,
the price.
as our director of operations, realistically, the issues that we're facing with rising costs and labor, I mean, it's been a bear in some of the, in the Jacksonville market as
It's
far
an
as
absolute
labor,
challenge.
but it's a challenge everywhere.
And it changes a little bit regionally from market to market. Certainly that's a higher market up there when it comes to labor dollars for kitchen.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't get somebody to walk in the door for what's the net $15. You can't get them to walk in the door for that. So it's a challenge and people are finding ways around it, and technology is going to be a part of it as we move into the next, decade. We were talking the other day with a friend of ours about loosely and jokingly robots taking
Oh no, it's happening.
and kiosks.
Yeah.
And
It's happening.
That's certainly not
But
fit
that's
for
not
our-
fit for us.
No, that's
absolutely
a fast food. That's a
Absolutely.
fast food.
But I'm telling you, they're going to find a fit for all of these. And
They've told us.
I'm just going on record to say, damn it, it was almost a
You're going to go on
perfect.
record and say, damn it.
No, I was going to say it was
Damn it, the
almost
service fees.
It was almost
Damn
a
it.
perfect open. The first, I've opened thousands and thousands. I've opened a lot of wine bottles, and the very first podcast, I ripped this shit off. I was like,
Well,
fucked it
let's
up.
talk about what we're doing for our
Anyway.
people at SoNapa. Joe,
Yeah.
let's talk about our 5, 6, 7 at our happy hour.
Yes.
Okay,
Let's
sure.
talk about that.
Yeah,
So
And they're-
let's talk. What are we doing
Let's
for our
talk
people?
about
Here, Joe. Think.
Yeah.
Explain the 5, 6, 7 to our
Yeah.
viewing.
Yeah, and that
audience.
helps offset some of the high
Yeah.
costs
Yeah.
for
Well,
service
I
fees.
But it's
No.
still a value, right?
Yeah.
So
Let's
Love
explain that value.
5 items
Till 6
till
p.m.
6 p.m.
for
for $7.
Yeah.
$7.
So yeah, five
5.
till
6.
6.
1, 2, 3,
4,
4,
7.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
So
10.
great flavor on these. The whip burrata is my personal favorite. The Swedish meatballs is Julia's favorite. But yeah, great value. We're finding people are getting multiple of them.
Yeah.
And a great happy hour. But great reason why to
And
come in so now.
Roth
But,
is $1 off during happy hour.
Even better.
Yeah.
Even better.
yeah, all the wines are $1.
Saving money, making money.
All
Right.
right. Yeah. So
Well, listen, let's
Let's end on a high note.
let's summarize
can we do a
this.
little Ric Flair
One,
before we
no, wait, okay. One, we feel service fees are bad.
Yes.
You're not going to see service fees.
on our checks?
Right.
No,
No.
Not.
never.
I never say never to anything, but I'm saying we're not going to do
That's
it.
not true.
Um,
You say never.
Well, we've also structured
But yeah,
everything
Okay.
Yeah.
that we don't need to.
and so service fees, no bueno. Roth, bueno.
Muy bueno.
Yeah, it's great.
And that's about the extent of my.
Listen,
I know.
David, you got to tell them about the discount. If you go to your server and say Charley Barley 3 times, Charley Barley, Charley Barley, Charley Barley, you'll get absolutely nothing off your check. But you will smile. All right, let's go.
All right.
Charlie, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for being.
Thank you for listening to Grapes and Debates, presented by SoNapa Grille. For more information, visit us today at sonapa.com.